Today is National Tooth Fairy Day, a day to mark the milestone of little ones losing their baby teeth. Here to celebrate the day with us is Dr. Erica Patera. Her practice, Sweet Tooth Kids, is in Middletown. I always say, God bless you, because it can be a lot of fun. It can be very challenging working with pediatric dentistry.
It certainly comes with its challenges, but I mean, I might be biased, but I'd say the fun definitely wins out.
Yeah, that's great. That's terrific. All right, so I was just doing a little research online. According to The Street, an online publication, the Tooth Fairy is giving kids 10.4% less on average this year than last year. What's going on with the Tooth Fairy?
I guess she's getting a little stingy.
I can't believe that, but you say about how much?
I think the average last year was $5, so I don't know if it's gone down or not, but something we tell kids sometimes is that every night the Tooth Fairy starts out with like $200, and depending on how many kids lose their teeth that day, it will vary. So sometimes the Tooth Fairy leaves a couple bucks, or sometimes they're lucky enough to get 20 if that's what she has on hand.
20? Imagine if the Tooth Fairy ever left me 20 bucks, I'd stay up and look at it all night.
It happens. And then when they're done losing teeth, we always say, you know, you're going to have to come up with another way to get some extra income.
Exactly, because you got to keep those adult teeth in there. All right, so when should we expect baby teeth to start falling out?
So there's a huge range. We've had some patients lose a tooth as early as 4.5, and then some not till 7. And that kind of goes along with when they were to get their first tooth. And, you know, some of those 7-year-olds are really frustrated, but I'd say the average is about 6. So, you know, don't get worried if your kid hasn't lost a tooth and they're getting, you know, towards their 7th birthday. But yeah, usually around then. Okay, and
how long does it take for an adult tooth to grow in once the baby tooth is gone?
So it varies. Usually the tooth is there shortly after. Sometimes you'll even see where the permanent tooth, especially in the bottom, comes in behind the baby tooth before it even has a chance to get in the mouth, and that sometimes we call shark teeth.
Oh, shark teeth.
Yeah, and it's actually more common than parents think, but we always get frantic phone calls. Oh my God, you know, the teeth are coming in and the baby teeth haven't fallen out yet. And in this case, we just encourage the kids to kind of work on getting those baby teeth out and wiggle them, because the tongue will push those permanent teeth forward usually, but it is a little funny looking for a few weeks.
It really is, right? It looks just really great.
Yeah.
You have some funny stories about how to, first of all, if a child has a dangler, I would say, what are you supposed to do with it? Do you let it fall out?
So I brought this little model. It's actually permanent teeth, but bear with me. So usually what we'll say is like the twist and pull is really important. So not just like going back and forth, but actually like twisting the teeth.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll say, take an ice cube and put it right next to the tooth for a couple, you know, maybe like a minute to sort of numb it. And then take a tissue that'll give you a better grip and twist and pull. You know, always remind your kids to brush their teeth, obviously, but wash their hands before they do any of this too, because, you know, with germs and everything.
So you're not supposed to just yank it out.
Yeah, we try to avoid the word yank because that can be a little scary for kids, but we like to say they wiggle the tooth out.
Wiggle the tooth out.
Yeah, and so yeah, twisting, turning. I mean, honestly, whatever they do to get the tooth out is fine, but the twisting usually makes a difference for them.
And you had a couple of stories?
Yeah, I mean, well, you've definitely heard of like the Nerf gun, right? You've seen those videos on YouTube and the door, but I mean, you'd be surprised, some kids like will break down in tears that they don't want to lose their tooth, which I think is kind of, I mean, to think about the fact that you're going to lose your tooth can be a little traumatizing.
It can, I can't remember that.
Yeah, but most of them
I was excited knowing that the Tooth Fairy was coming.
Exactly, so that's the thing that gets them really excited. So just getting bribed or waiting to go to grandma's house to lose a tooth because they heard that the Tooth Fairy, you know, leaves more money at grandma's house. So there's lots of cute ways that kids come up with.
And what else? What do you have here?
So just some fun things to get your kid even more excited about the Tooth Fairy coming. They make really cute like little pillows. This one has like a little pocket here where you can put their tooth. Yeah, and they have things. And that way, if it's not under their pillow, it's a little more accessible to the Tooth Fairy. And then, you know, when we have to extract teeth in the office, we have these like cute little boxes. But, you know, if they lose a tooth at the nurse, they get one of these, which is always very exciting. And then the Tooth Fairy can leave the child letters based on like how clean the tooth was and, you know, little notes, which is nice, and just kind of little encouragement for keeping teeth teeth really clean too.
And you know, if a parent notices that a child has a loose tooth, should they run to the dentist? So this is natural, and this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, of course. We all expect them to lose teeth, but if the tooth is really hanging on there for a long time, the child is not eating well, or they're not brushing the area because they're really concerned about like avoiding it, that's concerning, you know. And so that's a time when you might want to call your dentist, or if you just think that the permanent tooth is like all the way in and that baby tooth is still there. But for the most part, I mean, there's 20 baby teeth, so kids, they got to practice, and they got to figure out how to get them out.
All
so
right. We have a picture of Luke. We just want to show that.
Yeah,
so
he's real cute. He lost his tooth on the way to our office, and so he was very excited at his cleaning to show us, which was really cute.
Do you give the kids certificates of
if they lose it, if they lose it like that, we're happy to you know, help the tooth fairy and congratulating them on a job well done.
That is fantastic. I love it. I never thought that, you know, kids needed to go to the dentist because their teeth were going to fall out, but that's not the case.
No, their last tooth to fall out sometimes is not until 12 or 13 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so those baby teeth are important. So we take them seriously.
Thank you, Doc.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. All right, if you're interested in getting in touch with Dr. Erica Patera, head over to her website. It's sweettoothkids.com. The office is located at 583 Saybrook Road in Middletown. You'll also find her on social media. Just search Sweet Tooth Pediatric Dentistry.